Hello everyone. In this video, we'll go to learn new concept and interesting concept of circulatory system. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered how the food we eat is digested and how body transported all the materials we take? Does blood circulates all over the body? And to learn about these concepts is really fascinating and interesting. So let's get started. So, the circulatory system is the system which is responsible for transport of blood, oxygen with nutrients all over the body. Means the circulatory system is responsible for the circulation of molecules, bloods, oxygen in our body. The circulatory system is the system which is responsible for transportation of blood, oxygen and nutrients in our body. Circulatory system is also called as cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular means related to heart and blood vessels. So the circulatory system is made up of heart and blood vessels. Right? In this picture, you can see human body with the heart, then lungs and arteries and veins. And the red lines indicates the arteries which are spread throughout the body, and the veins is indicated by blue lines. Okay. So in this picture you can see here the blood vessels are of three types, right? Artery, vein and capillary. Main role of blood vessel is to carry blood, all over the body. As there are different three types of blood vessels, it means three blood vessels have different functions. So let's start with the artery. Here you can see artery. Artery is in red color. The lines you can see in this diagram in red colors are arteries. While the veins are in blue color. The small lines you can see here in this diagram indicates the veins. Okay. So what is the main difference between artery, vein and capillaries? First, artery. Artery is the blood vessel which carries oxygenated blood. So artery is the blood vessel which carry blood away from the heart. Keep in mind A for the away. Okay. So artery carries blood away from the heart. While vein is the blood vessel which carry blood into the heart. Vein is the blood vessel which carry blood into the heart. Artery carries blood away from the heart. It carries blood with oxygen. Artery carries blood with oxygen and some nutrients. It means artery carries oxygenated blood, right? While when veins carries blood, it carries blood with carbon dioxide, and it carries carbon dioxide to the lungs. It means vein carries deoxygenated blood. Now capillaries are small blood vessels. Capillaries connects with artery and veins. Capillaries make direct contact with tissue around the body and supply oxygen to them. From this diagram, you will get the idea about the structure of artery and vein. You can see in this picture, arteries have thick wall structure and the veins have thin wall structure. So now the main question is that where is the artery, vein and capillary situated in our body? So artery is situated deep in the skin, whereas vein situated superficially on the surface of skin, right? And the capillary situated in the terminal of artery and vein. Structure clearly give us idea about the capillary, as it has half red color portion and half blue color portion. It means it is present or situated in the terminal of arteries and veins. So now we know what is the blood vessel and what is the function of blood vessels. What is the function of artery? What is the function of artery? Artery carries oxygenated blood. Then veins carries deoxygenated blood, and capillaries are small blood vessels. You can see this is lung, this is heart, and the red lines interconnected are arteries and the blue ones are veins. Okay, and the connection between artery and vein represent the capillaries. You can see here capillaries are represented with the green colored circles, right? As we know, the process of circulation or blood circulation carries with the help of heart and blood vessels. But the main question is that how blood move in our body, how the process occurs, and what are the factors responsible for the blood circulation. Heart is the main organ of cardiovascular system because heart acts as a pump, and heart pump blood, and that's why blood circulates all over the body. So now we will understand how the heart works, how the blood circulates all over the body. That heart makes beat, that is heartbeats. Usually heart make 60 to 100 beats per minute. 60 to 100 beats per minute, right? And with each heartbeat, heart sends bloods all over the body, right? So before going deeper into the process of blood circulation, first we should know about the pulmonary circuit and the systematic circuit, right? In circulatory system, heart participates in two circuits, the pulmonary circuit or systematic circuit. So what is pulmonary circuit or pulmonary circulation? So the pulmonary circulation is the circulation in which circulation or exchange occurs between heart and lungs. When oxygenated and deoxygenated blood transport or exchange between heart and the lungs, then it's pulmonary circulation, right? So now what systematic circulation or systematic circuit? When heart exchange or circulates blood from heart to body, then it's systematic circulation. Okay, now as we know, this is the heart. Heart has 4 chambers, right? This is the right atrium and this one is the left atrium. Now this is the right ventricle and this one is the left ventricle. So the moment of blood circulation starts when blood enters in the right atrium from the body. The deoxygenated blood enters in the right atrium, and from here the blood passes through this tricuspid wall, right? And from this tricuspid wall, the blood enter into the right ventricle, this area. This is deoxygenated blood. From this right ventricle, blood passes through this pulmonary wall. This is pulmonary wall, and from this right ventricle, blood passes through this pulmonary wall into the pulmonary artery. As we know, artery carries oxygenated blood, but the pulmonary artery is the artery which takes deoxygenated blood to the lungs, right? And in lungs, the blood mixes with the oxygen and blood become oxygenated. Now the oxygenated blood with the help of pulmonary veins come back to the heart in the left atrium. And from left atrium, the blood passes through this mitral wall and it comes into the left ventricle, right? Now the oxygenated blood in left ventricle passes through this aortic wall, and from this aortic wall the blood travels to the aorta, and from aorta the blood comes out. The oxygenated blood passes through the aortic wall to the aorta, and aorta is the main artery which receive oxygenated blood and which supply oxygenated blood all over the body. And during this process, once body has used all oxygen, then